talking today about Revest Finance. So I talked about Revest Finance in the fundamental analysis channel a few days ago. Some of us got in on the pre-sale. I think we should be up about 40% right now already. This is a really exciting idea. It's a very interesting idea. It actually brings utility to NFTs in a way that I really think that this could be the next direction that NFTs are going to go in. Okay, so it combines DeFi and NFTs in a way that it's kind of like putting a smart contract into an NFT that anybody can do. Okay, so how did it do that, right? So instead of just having an NFT that's a pretty picture, when they create this NFT, you're actually able to decide to be able to lock up some tokens and use this NFT to represent ownership of assets. Okay, so what you can do when you're making this NFT, instead of just saying I'm going to put a pretty picture, you can say this NFT represents 100 ETH. I'm going to lock it up into this this vault and represent it with this NFT. Now, let's say in 2 years, this NFT will unlock my 100 ETH, and whoever owns this NFT will have 100 ETH. Let's say that's a simple lock, right? So now you can very quickly transfer that 100 ETH to anybody else. And you can speculate. Normally you have to do your trade on your exchange, right? I think the price of ETH will be this much by the end of 2023. Well, now if you have a time lock on your ETH, you can use this NFT to speculate, to do some kind of options trading with the NFT without having to use an exchange. You can also okay. Let me step back a little bit. Okay, these are the things you can do. Okay, you can use this NFT to lock up your tokens based on different variables by time. So let's say on a certain date, whoever holds this NFT will get the tokens, right? By value, let's say you bought into a pre-sale. If the token price reaches a certain value, then these tokens will unlock, right? Or an address lock. So these tokens will only unlock to this address, or unlock for the holder of the NFT. By combining these 3 kinds of locks, you can customize and create NFTs for many, many, many different purposes. Okay, you could use it for your inheritance, for your kids, right? You can say, I'm going to lock up. It doesn't have to be just one token too. You can lock up 10 different kinds of tokens. You can lock up 1 wrapped BTC, 100 wrapped ETH, 5 different altcoins. Lock it up in the vault and say, on January 2050, these tokens are all going to unlock to whoever holds the NFT. Then you give this NFT to your kid, right? And then they can hold it until 2050 to get the value of those tokens, or they can sell the NFT to anybody else and say, hey, if you want these tokens by 2050, whoever holds this NFT is going to get those. They can sell that now. So you can see how flexible it is, right? So you can use it to transport whole groups of tokens. You can use it as to represent the value of the tokens inside and trade it, even though tokens aren't unlocked yet. Any ERC20, you can do this with any ERC20. There's a lot of ERC20s out there, and you can use this with you can use it with DAI, with your Link, with any other all of those new altcoins. So what are some utilities? Okay, you can use it for vesting. What vesting is? So when a team project launches a new token, right? They're going to say, okay, we're going to get our tokens only after 6 months, 12 months. We're going to get a certain amount of tokens unlocked. And normally the team that is doing this doing this work, they work for free, right? And then they say, I will get my tokens in 6 months. They don't get paid. But what if what if they want to get paid right now? They could sell their ownership of those tokens in 6 months. If it's locked in an NFT like this, they can sell it to somebody else, to an investor. No tokens get dumped, but the worker, the team member, gets to transfer ownership of those future tokens because it's locked up in an NFT instead of a regular smart contract. I mean, I hope you're getting as excited as I am about this. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities here, and you can't you don't just have to have one NFT, right? When you're locking your tokens, you can make 100 NFTs and say, these NFTs represent 10% of my tokens. These NFTs represent 20% of the tokens. And you can keep depositing more money into the vault as well to add to the value of the NFT. And really, most importantly, you can trade these NFTs on OpenSea. Okay, so let me dive into the token a little bit. Okay, why would you want? Okay, so you have these very, very powerful NFTs, and you have now the RVST token. We're up 40. Oh, look at it right now. Woo! Look at that. So we got in like maybe 20. I don't know, down here somewhere, I guess. We're up 40%. Should be around. What's the utility of this token? Why would you want to buy RVST tokens? Okay, so their technology, and this is working right now. You can do a lot of this stuff already right now. It's not something they're planning for the future. You can do it. You can do this locking stuff right now. Right? You can make your NFTs, lock it by time, by value, lock it by the address. You can already do this. So what's the value of the RVST token? All right, because you don't just buy tokens because you like the project. The token has to have some utility. So the utility here is you can stake your RVST into here. You can stake it here. You can stake it here, and you'll get an NFT that represents your stake, which, by the way, you can sell. But I think it unlocks to an address, so maybe you can't. But anyway, you get an NFT, you lock your tokens, and you get a share of the fees. All right. So when someone wants to create one of these NFTs, one of these Revest NFTs, they have to pay a little fee. Right. So instead of hiring a programmer to create this complicated smart contract, so it's going to unlock this time and that time, whatever, you just go into this interface, you make it here. Anybody can do it. You can do it right now. You don't have to learn any programming, right? So this is like a smart user-friendly kind of. You can create your own smart contract without having to learn any code, and you have the NFTs, right? Oh God, I'm so excited about this. It's really awesome. So when you make this, you will pay a fee. I think it's going to be an ETH, right? So the people who stake their Revest tokens are going to get a share of the fees. The longer you stake, the more share of the fees you're going to get. So that's the utility here, right? So if this is successful, a lot of people use Revest, then the people who hold the RVST tokens can stake and get a share of all those fees that people are paying the platform. Right now, there's no fees yet. It's in beta, so they have 2.5 million RVST that they're gonna distribute to the stakers, to the NFT holders, over a period of 6 to 12 weeks. All right, so you can grab those right now. I staked mine for a year and 6 months. When you stake them, make sure that you know this. Okay, there's a withdrawal window. If you stake your Revest, after this period expires, you'll have this much time to withdraw your tokens. Otherwise, it's going to go into a new cycle. So after 1 year, after 360 days, I have 14 days to withdraw my tokens. If I don't, it gets locked in for another year, and then I have to wait another year, and then there's going to be another 14-day window. Right? So be careful about that. Right. So let's look at some features. Some examples here, some graphics that they have here. All right, yeah, let's do this. Okay, so let's say you have 200 tokens locked up, right? So this is just to help you visualize, okay, what the power of this NFT is. You have 200 tokens you want to lock up. Let's say you have a pre-sale, okay, and normally with a pre-sale, what happens is they promise you they're going to give you your tokens. I pay you 1 ETH right now, and you promise to pay me back over 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. You're going to pay me back how many tokens, right? And then I can't sell my stake in the pre-sale. I just have to wait for you to give me the tokens, and then I will be able to sell those tokens. With these NFTs, you can use this smart contract to create different tokens to represent different unlocks, and you can give me all those NFTs upfront right away. So I can immediately sell my stake in the pre-sales without even having received the tokens. I can say, I'm going to get these tokens in 6 months. I'm going to sell it to you now. You realize how powerful that is, right? It really unlocks DeFi, and without having to create, without having to learn any smart contract programming, you can create these kind of contracts. Anybody can create these kind of contracts. Just pay a small fee to Revest, which gets sent to the RVST token holders, by the way. And suddenly, OpenSea isn't just going to be this market of artwork, right? Instead of artwork, you're going to be able to buy somebody's contract that they're going to get. Like maybe you could have somebody's rent. This represents the rent that's going to be paid into this address. If you buy this NFT, you're going to get the rent instead of me. Right? It can represent. It could be. You can use it for team payments. Like you own a business. Say you own a business. Let's say I own. I make my new project, and whatever money gets put into the protocol gets sent into this NFT. Right? If I want to sell my business, I can say, hey, I'm going to sell you ownership of the revenue of this business. I'm going to sell you this NFT. And then if you own this NFT, you're going to get all future revenue from whatever app I've created. You're beginning to see the power here. So by the way, there's some future stuff too, right? So I'm pretty sure they can, they don't have this yet, but I'm pretty sure you can do something like, because it's linked to an Oracle, you can link it to an Oracle. They have the ability for you to customize, right? So I'm pretty sure they can, in the future, allow you to do something like, let's say you watch a soccer game, right? You want to do a bet with your friends. So, you sign a contract, you say, hey, I'm going to bet you 100 ETH. So you both put 50 ETH into this contract, let's say. Right? Okay, it's a 100 ETH bet. If let's say, I don't know, if Liverpool beats Manchester United in this soccer match, all the funds are going to go to your address. If Manchester United beats Liverpool, all the funds are going to go to my address. If it's a draw, it gets split and goes back to both of our addresses. Something like that. They don't actually have this functionality built in. I'm pretty sure I can foresee it very easily being programmed into that. So you can create all kinds of agreements on your own, represent them by NFTs, and then if you decide halfway, I need the money that I put in the bet. I need the money right now. I'm going to sell my ownership of that bet to somebody else. You can do that because you have the NFT to represent your ownership. You can sell to somebody else, and they can take your share of the bet. Oh, another thing you could do, right, is let's say you have a company. You have several positions, right? Let's say you have CEO, CTO, CFO, whatever. The CTO is going to get 10% of all the revenue. CFO is going to get another 10% of all the revenue, whatever. So you could have a CTO NFT, transfer the CTO NFT to the new CTO, and then say, okay, now you're the CTO, you have this NFT. Every time you get 10% revenue, you're going to get ownership of that. That's going to be represented in your NFT. So now the CTO can, have like a hold this NFT that represents his ownership stake in the revenue of the project. Oh, there's so much potential there. So look here on OpenSea, not OpenSea. I'm sorry. Look here on Dex Tools, right? It's the where do I look? It's like number one here. It's number one hottest ETH project right now. Look at that. And this is in a down market, right? So this is a super powerful project, and you guys should really look into it. Not sure if you want to accumulate right now while it's like at just doing pretty well. Let me look at the chart here. All right, so it looks like there's some like some support here. So around like this level, maybe you want to get a little bit. This is a really new chart. This is like a 15-minute chart. All right, so yeah, like maybe this is some kind of support you might want to get here, but it's a totally new thing. I like this project a lot. I'm gonna hold this long term. Yeah, some pretty big buys coming in here. Yeah, I'm gonna hold this long term. I have a short term position as well that I'm gonna flip. Yeah, that's Revest, guys. I like it a lot. So if you have any questions, you want to discuss it, you want to brag about the profits you've made if you've gotten the pre-sale with us, let me know in the Discord. All right, that's it for today's stream, guys. So let me know if you have any questions in the next club. I'll talk to you later.